Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. When does age matter when it comes to the VA? I see that question kind of a lot, and I guess I see this answer a lot too. It doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter. And that's really not true because when it comes to the VA, there are several different times where age can play a factor. And I want to bring those to your awareness so that way we don't operate in the dark, right? It's important to know these. It's kind of like anything in life, especially for us as a military community, looking at time hacks and all that stuff and making sure that things fall into place. Old habits die hard. So knowing these specific ages is a very important thing for you in the event that you need to utilize any of this type of stuff. So with that, I'm going to give you 3 for you as a veteran, and I'm also going to throw in 2 ages for spouses that are applicable with regard to the VA. So with that, please subscribe, share with a friend, hit the like button. The 2 asks are really, look, hitting that like button helps out a lot, and watching the video also helps. It lets YouTube know to keep this video moving along and get it into the hands of other veterans, which helps them. Look, if you don't have time or you don't like it, I get it. You don't need to watch it, but it does help if you do. I'm just throwing it out there. I did create a second channel with a co-host from the CivDiv, that's Clay. It's called Veterans Daily with Jay and Clay. I'm Jason, so I just, Jay, Clay, it rhymes better, whatever. So I created that. It's an awesome channel. It's a little more deep dive and more conversational and more dialogue instead of monologue. So it's just another way to get information more on a long form basis with some little snippets through the week. The long form is every Monday and then little snippets after that. Anyway, let's jump into this. So 3 situations in which age matters for you as the veteran is what we'll dive into first. And then I'm going to throw in the spouse ones here at the end. So the number 1 age for you to remember and think about is the 55-year age for a veteran. Now, you may already know this. It's the 55-year rule, right? There's some weight to it. I mean, anything that's written into law through the 38 CFR, which is your Code of Federal Regulations, is helpful. It's another layer of protection. Does the VA always get it right? Do they remember is there some sort of a flashy light that shows up that says, oh, hey, we had something scheduled for you, but now you turned 55. I don't know. I never worked directly for the VA. I was an affiliate with the VA as an accredited representative, as a director of an office, as a veteran service officer. But in any case, so for those that work for the VA, is there a flashy light, right, that shows up when a veteran turns 55, or is this something that's a manual effort and that's why the VA misses it sometimes, would be the question. So the 55-year-old rule, what I'm going to do is this is regard to re-examinations. Now, the less re-examinations you have, the better off you are for your protections, right? If they're not re-examining you, they're not going to reduce you because they have nothing to do it on. So the words here in the CFR, the Code of Federal Regulations, it says here that, I'm just going to kind of skip to this part, no periodic future examinations will be requested, period. In service-connected cases, which is the majority of us, no periodic re-examination will be scheduled. Then it has a list of 6 different reasons why there will be no future re-examination. And number 4 on the list says, in cases of veterans over 55 years of age, except under unusual circumstances. So it is another layer. Now, we'll use maybe cancer as an example. If you have cancer and then your cancer gets treated, while you're going through treatment and you have active cancer, you're 100% rated if it's service-connected, but then it gets put into remission, it goes away, you don't have cancer anymore, they may reduce your rating, right? Because now the cancer is not there anymore. You could definitely have some residual effects and so forth that could still warrant ratings, and the cancer might drop to a 0. So just throwing that part out there as a potential unusual circumstance. So in cases of veterans 55 years or older, except under unusual circumstances, should not be having any periodic re-examination scheduled for them. That's the first one. So 55 years old is the first one. The next one that I'm going to throw out to you is, what is it? Is it 85? Let me see. Yeah, 85. So 85 years old. Now that's getting up there. 85, and you know what? Honestly, I disagree with this one being 85, and you'll get to the reason why my disagreement with it being 85 is disagreeing is on the next one. So number 3, I'll explain why I disagree with 85 being the age. But in any case, 85 years old. If you are 85 years old, okay, and you can prove that, obviously, because everything with the VA, you need to send proof. Well, that would be your birth certificate showing your age, right? So if you are 85 years old or older, you can request priority processing of your claim with the VA. So all you need to do is submit the form, and the form number, for those who are curious, is, let's see, it is Form 20-10207, 20-10207. And that's the priority processing form. 85 years of age, you can request the VA to expedite your claim for you. So that is the second age, 85 years of age. The next one is somewhere. Let me see. It's 75. 75 years of age. Now, this one is a lot different than the last one as far as age is concerned, right? Because the last one was 85. So this one is a 10-year difference, and this one is for your appeal to the Board of Veterans Appeals, the BVA, Board of Veterans Appeals. So if you appealed your decision with the VA, you did a higher level review, or you did a supplemental and you still don't like your decision, you could push it to the board for an appeal. Well, if you're 75 years or old, or 75 years of age or older, you can now request priority processing and expedited claim, essentially. What they call it is an advancement on docket. So an AOD, advancement on docket, if you are 75 years or older. Now, I think personally, and in fact, you know what? I think I'll reach out to the senator. In fact, I have a message in for Senator Moran's veterans legislation person. I might request them to see if the VA can be more in line with the BVA with regard to the 75 years of age piece, because it's weird that they're different. So I think that they should be the same. But in any case, this is our third one, 75 years of age if you're on the board for appeal. So those are your 3 ages for the veteran. Now, stick with me because we'll jump over to the spouses very quickly. But just a fast recap, 55 years of age is your 55-year rule. No future reexamination should be scheduled. 85 years of age to expedite your claim with a priority processing for the VA. And then 75 years of age or older if you want to have that advancement on docket with the Board of Veterans Appeals. All right, moving over to the spouse. So there are benefits for spouses, obviously, through the VA. One of them, and a very good one, is dependency indemnity compensation. This is kind of like a life insurance paid out like a monthly annuity is kind of how I think about it. So you'll be getting this, if you qualify, this monthly payment. Now, the veteran has passed away. The surviving spouse files for dependency indemnity compensation. I'm not going to dive into the qualifications on that. That's other videos that I've done on actually both channels now. So please take a look at that. I'll do another one again in the future. But for now, I'm just going to dive into this piece. You qualify for it, you have it, and you're moving forward. It says here, and I'm just reading it directly from the VA's website. If you remarried, you can receive or continue to receive compensation if one of these describe you. So to continue to receive dependency indemnity compensation, okay, to continue it, if you remarried on or after December 16th, 2003, and you were 57 years of age or older at the time you remarried, you get to continue to receive your dependency indemnity compensation. So 57 years of age is that first one for the spouses. The next one is if you remarried on or after January 5th, 2021, and you were 55 years of age or older at the time you remarried, then you would be able to continue to receive your dependency indemnity compensation. So again, if you remarried after January 5th, 2021, the age is 55. So that's the second one for the spouse, the two different ages there for remarriage and the continuance of the dependency indemnity compensation. Now, there is some legislation that was introduced recently regarding these ages and calling for elimination of them simply because a surviving spouse is a surviving spouse. And, you know, let's just put it out there that let's say that the surviving spouse, they married, the veteran and the spouse married when they were 20 or 22, and they were together for 10, 15 years. Now they're in their mid-30s, veteran passes away. Now this surviving spouse who's 35, 10 years goes by, they meet somebody, whatever, you get the picture. So they're calling for elimination of the time frames for remarriage. So with that, we'll go ahead and conclude it there. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Now you have all the different, well, maybe there could be more, some of the important ages when it comes to your VA claims. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.